Here at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center, named for Woody Hayes, if you didn't know that, Stephen Means, Nathan Baird, Doug Lesmerises. Nebraska, Saturday night in Lincoln. We just got done talking with Ryan Day, 2 assistant coaches and several players. Stephen Means, are you getting the sense from Ohio State or from yourself that this will be a real test for the Buckeyes?
I think so. The way they've talked about how last week went, they quickly got over that and just kind of moved on to the next thing. And part of the reason is the next thing is a primetime game on the road against a team who kind of provides the same type of obstacles that Purdue provided last year, where they might not be the better team, but they've got some playmakers that can make a difference.
Did you get a sense from being in there with these guys that they believe that? And I know you did a rewatch. Do you believe it?
I certainly believe it, and I think they do for the same reason. It's that when you look on film, you see a different caliber of athlete than you saw going up against Ohio State the previous 4 weeks. And these guys have watched a lot of film. These guys have played more college football than I have, if you can believe that. And I think talent recognizes talent. I think they look on film, and they've known when you look against Cincinnati, Florida Atlantic, those kinds of teams, a lot of these guys can look and see matchups they can win pretty easily probably. I think they look at Nebraska and they see more explosive players. I think they also look at Nebraska and probably see potentially a different level of sophistication in the way that they approach certain parts of the game, the coaching and things like that. I think very quickly when they start looking at film, they probably realize this is a bigger test.
When Nebraska came in here last year, they were off to a bad start in the first year of the Scott Frost era. The record wasn't very good. And Urban Meyer was like, I am telling you, these guys are for real. And I'm telling you, this Adrian Martinez guy is for real. And I was like, Urban, stop. I don't want to hear all this coach speak about how good Nebraska is, even though they're 1-4 or whatever the heck they were. And he was right in a lot of ways. That was a 36-31 game, I think, last year. And, Ohio State was never really in danger of losing. But if you looked at the records and what you thought was going to happen, Nebraska gave them much more of a game. Urban Meyer was onto something. And Urban actually didn't blow as much smoke as a lot of coaches do with that. I think there is no smoke blowing here. I think Ryan Day knows it. I think everybody knows it. I think Adrian Martinez and Justin Fields are the 2 best quarterbacks in the Big Ten. I think the talent on Nebraska is 10 times anything Ohio State has faced so far against Cincinnati or Indiana. We'll get to our picks later in the week. I'm just telling you, in that building and right here, there are a lot of people thinking this is going to be an actual test and a real game on Saturday night in Lincoln. We will be there. I hope you're there with us at cleveland.com.